Okay, guys, to glaze your leaves, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have yours by checking your name and your initials and your class code on the back. And then when you're using the glaze, now glaze is different than paint, that, and it will soak into the clay. So you have to actually apply two coats, which means you have to put it on twice. So we put it on once and we let it dry, and then we put it on again. So when you're working, don't if there's a taller container, don't just stick the whole brush down in there. Just really try to get the end of the brush where the metal is. Wipe off one side and flip it over, and you're gonna kind of have to dab to get it in there because you have these cracks. And the first time you put it on, it will go on pretty fast. You just want to make sure you get the top and the sides. Do not glaze the bottom because it will stick to the kiln shelf when it's glaze fired, and there's no way to get it off besides a hammer. It will not come off in one piece. So I'm putting it on there. Now it's going to dry. The first coat will soak in to it, and while I do the top, I'll gently pick it up, and you guys are going to handle them, make sure you're holding them. We always have one or two people who drop by accident and we have to redo them. So make sure you're holding them the whole time. So I'm getting the sides. I'm getting in there. And see how there's no white left now? Okay, those dots that you see that have white will get on the next coat. That's why we do two coats. Plus it will make it look nice and shiny that way. And you'll get a little bit on your hands, that's okay. So I have one coat on, okay. Now the second coat will take a while to soak in. You can see if I touch here, there's nothing coming off on my finger. That's how I know it's dry. Okay. So here's my first coat. And then when it's dry, I will go back in and put a different color in. I have to wait till it's dry though. Right now it's still very wet. Okay, and for your leaf you're using fall colors: red, orange, green, and yellow. So I'll let this dry, and then I'll put my next coat on top, and you can put up to 3 colors, but you have to let them dry in between. So I don't just want to start slathering another color on there because it will just mush together and be all messy. Okay, so this is wet right now because you can tell it's by the shininess. You can see it's starting to soak in and dry out in some spots. To help it dry, you can even gently blow on it, but it will take some time to dry, and it will take as long as it takes, and that's putting on your glaze onto your leaf.